more prepared do you feel the team is to go back on the road now that you have the Oregon State game under your belt?
Yeah, hopefully, a lot more prepared. Obviously, we're going into another really hard game against, a good team and a good environment. So, but hopefully we can learn from the Oregon State game and learn from, the scrimmage that was on the road. But obviously there's no fans there. But that Oregon State trip, that's a long trip. It's a tough place to play. So hopefully we can gain from that experience and put it into play on Sunday.
And what carries over, if anything, from last year's matchup that was opening day here?
Not a lot, really. I mean, I watched the game and I'm like, we're so different. They're so different. You watch and just to see, okay, how'd they guard us in this? How'd we, two totally new teams. So I don't carry a ton over on that.
One of the challenges of Williams, she can really seem like shoot the ball really, really well. Right, Williams? Have we decided, Joe? Saleh?
Yeah. Oh yeah, Soleil. Yeah. Sorry, I always. I remember she's from Ohio, so I've known her for a long time, and obviously her first year here at Florida State, and she didn't play a couple games ago against Indiana. Now she's back. She can shoot it really well, and then she can drive it too. So she can do a lot of different things, and it really sets a tone for them. So we gotta, all these guys, their goals to shoot 35 threes a game, and then they obviously are good at getting to the rim. So we got our hands full in order to be able to contest and defend the 3-point line, and also being able to guard the drive. So Lay is the head of the snake with them, and we got to make sure that we're really containing her, trying to keep her in front, which is easier said than done because she can set the table for a lot of people.
With Aaliyah, just the last couple of games, how much you sense that confidence building in her role and your expectations for her?
Yeah, hopefully, she can grow from that last game and where she really played, really well and had just great poise to her. So this is going to be a different type of game, but we need her. We need her steadiness. We need the poise. We need her ability to score. We need her ability to defend. So, yeah, hopefully that just gave her confidence, and we got to still get her where she's able to practice every day and 100% healthy. But I loved how she played on, last game out.
What's been key for you as a coach to get her through kind of a stop and start to her Illinois career, and what's your message been to her?
Just continue to pour into her and be positive. She was playing at a really high level before she got hurt, and then sitting out for, it's been almost a month since, she was out really altogether. So just trying to keep her confident, and when she came back, not putting too much pressure on her, just go out there and play, really. That was her first game 2 games ago here at Illinois. I mean, there was a lot I'm sure she was feeling and very anxious with that, and I think she settled in the other day against Murray State. So again, just trying to keep them all confident, and it's like that with a young team. It's not the end of the world with some of this stuff. You can't make it the end of the world. Where an older team, you can do that a little bit more. You just got to keep them confident, keep pouring into them, and keep them believing, keep them hungry to continue to work because it's such a long process.
3 power opponents on the road for your non-con. Is that one of those more to gain than there is to lose in terms of resume and learning?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of how the schedule worked out with obviously the Oregon State and Florida State were home and home, so we have to play them. You don't have any option with that, but I also think we need it because the Big Ten is so hard, and we're going to go on the road and play really good teams. So you can have a false sense of, you're good if you go and just beat up on teams. So I'd rather play a tougher schedule and good teams, especially on the road, because what it's all about is preparing for Big Ten, and we need that, especially with a younger team that doesn't know what it feels like in the Big Ten and the grind of it. We need some grind in the non-conference.
In Phoenix, just with what Destiny can do for you and that, I mean, just running almost right down the court against the opposing team, just what difference does that make for you guys in that part of it?
Yeah, we need her, and we need her to probably even do it even more. We need our pace to be even better and more consistent, and I actually told our whole team yesterday, like, Destiny's so fast north and south, like, you got to run, because if you're not running and you're jogging as a wide runner, then she's not gonna have her options. So she plays so fast. We need to match that, and against a Florida State, we really need the pace. They're going to want to play fast. We got to play fast. We don't want this to be a half-court game.
Sure.
So, Coach, you talked a little bit already about the massive turnover at Florida State. Obviously, you guys have endured that as well. Is that a matter of trying to build a scouting report from the ground up, or are you looking more to what are the things or your team principles that you're focusing on for this road trip?
Yeah, a mixture of both, right? Because we're always going to scout and prepare at a high level and what personnel does. And they've played now 6 games, so we have. They've played a couple more games than we have, so we have some good. It's not the first game anymore, the second game. You know what they're trying to do, and a lot of it is similar with plays of what they ran last year. It's just different people in those plays, the majority of them. So we have a really good sense of what they are going to do. But again, we just, for a young team, I'm really trying to simplify, each scout and not get them overthinking. We got to try to keep it very simple in how we're handling ball screens. Obviously, personnel is key, and just those main factors, and really that goes into our principles. If we can just be solid in what we do and our principles, we always say that should be able to cover any scout that we do. We just, we got to get more consistent with our principles.
A couple times they've said, like, with a young team, you've got to do this versus, do you ever catch yourself like, okay, I do have to dial this back a minute, just either in your approach or how you explain their scouting report?
No, I have. And at first I'm like, well, and I've gone back and forth a couple times early on. I'm like, I don't want to keep saying we're a young team, but we are. So it's like, I can't. We are. I don't know how else to say it. And we just have to learn. We have to go through experiences. So there has been things that I've done where we would normally, let's say last year, we could prepare. We could even do multiple different ball screen coverages in a game, depending on this or that, or this action, this player. This year, I'm like, can we do that? Is it realistic? Or are we just putting ourselves and nothing against our team. We're not there yet. And that's normal. So I really am trying to simplify everything, keep it very black and white. Again, keep it about us and our principles and doing these things really, really well. And if we can do that, then we can kind of move on. But we just got to be elite at the simple things right now, and consistently elite at it. We show glimpses. The consistency still has to be there.
I was thinking about Gretchen a little bit. I know that she struggled from the field a couple of games in a row, but you didn't return a ton of playmaking from last year's team, and she has been an integral part of that from your guys' attack. What have you seen from her, even when her shot's not falling, of how her floor game impacts the team?
Yeah, I think that's really, in the numbers and all the analytics, the last couple games, she's done a much better job of creating for others, and her paint touches have equaled points, maybe not by her, but other people. So that was something that she has gotten better on. And we need that to continue, because she draws gravity by her presence out there. People have to pay attention to her. And she's so good getting downhill. And again, you know what she's capable of doing, so people are respecting that. So now she has, the last game or two, been able to make plays for her teammates, which is kind of that next level when maybe your shots aren't going in. Her shots, I just keep telling her, keep shooting it, because I know her shots are going to go in. She just has to continue to get that confidence. And she's in a different role this year than what she was last year. Now she's the guy, and her and Barry are taking, a lot of those shots where they could be recipients of some of those other guys getting downhill last year. So it's all kind of a learning curve for them.